Back there and help yourself. There's some more water on the counter back there if we run out the back. And we would like to get started today. I guess as quick as we can here because we got a lot to cover.
We do.
So Sean?
All right. For those of y'all who do not know, this is Keith Fielder. He's our county extension coordinator for Putnam County. And he's been helping me put this presentation together for about 9 months now. We've been working on this. Part 2 of it, I'm glad to finally get done. This was supposed to be the February meeting for the Oconee Master Gardeners, which obviously is, we're now in March. I know we'd have some new faces. I don't need to ask because I see some folks I didn't see last time. So just to give you a little brief thing about us, there's a little flyer on the table if you want to know a little bit about us. Anybody can come to this group. We meet once a month, usually for some kind of educational program. This is kind of special. We haven't really usually have this kind of turnout in the meeting. So if you want to know a little bit more about us, and there's a sign-up sheet over there to be on my email list if you're interested to it, which I'll send you gardening information and things that are happening, and I don't send you junk. So if you're interested in signing up for that. We'll have David, who's going to be making photographs for us today. And Lindsay Chamberlain, who is the teacher at the Putnam County High School. One of her students couldn't make it today, is videotaping for us. So this is part of the agreement with the vendors we'll talk about in a little while. If you enjoyed the food back here today, there's a little bucket back there. I hope you chunk the bucket will go in it because it will help us have food next time. One of the things about our group is that we do not charge any dues. We don't charge anything unless it's a fee associated with somewhere where we're going. We have raffles and things like that. Well, today's things are all free, but sometimes we'll have little raffles to support. So everything's back there now has been donated by one of our members today. So I would encourage you to show a little appreciation and throw a bucket or something. I do have a couple of announcements. Those of y'all that know Miss Janet Wilkie at the Extension Office, she's the administrative assistant at the Putnam County Extension Office. She is participating for the 5th year in the St. Baldrick's Foundation Childhood Cancer, where she raises funds and she shaves her head. For the last 5 years she's done this. She'll be doing it downtown at Wooten's on March 22nd this year. She's been going to Dublin. There's some forms over there if you're interested in making a tax-deductible donation to support Miss Janet. I encourage you to do so. She really, this is a big deal for her. I have also confirmed for those the May 14th tour date for Vince Dooley's garden. I will tell you if you want to go, there's going to be a fee associated with it, and he ain't free. So if you're on the email list, you will get that information from me, and I'll tell you the particulars about it. But it'll be Wednesday, May 14th, which is our normal Wednesday time schedule. Cool. All righty. So let's just go ahead and get started. We want to welcome you. This is a joint effort between our group and the Putnam County Extension Office to present this program to the community free of charge to try to educate you a little bit more about some gardening things that will help you maybe be a little bit smarter gardener. We wanted to give some thank you to our sponsors. Keith will tell you a little bit about the Ace and Gray.
Yeah, they have been around now for 20 years, and I know a little bit about them because my wife worked for them almost that long. And the Davis family started the business after they got out of the grocery store business. And they now have the largest privately owned Ace Hardware in the eastern United States. They have everything down there from toilet paper to timber. So if you go in that store, you can pretty much one-stop it unless you're looking for food items, and then you can get your snacks and goodies and all that in there as well. They have a big nursery yard there. They also can provide you with different soil bases, artificial soil bases, either by the bag or in bulk. So Steel dealership for us, and we have a weed eater here today that they donated for our program. They're also sponsoring us in other ways. I encourage you, if you're in the Gray area, to go by and stop in and see them. Good people, knowledgeable people on the floor, and they won't hide from you like in those other big box stores.
They are also on March the 22nd, Saturday, having Customer Appreciation Day, where they are, they're having some vendors come in. They're setting up a big booth where they have food in your packet that you went home with last month, and you'll have one this month as a coupon for some discount from them that's good through June. So I encourage you to go. They are going to be a big participant in part 4 of our presentation on plantings and container gardening. So they've got a great garden center, you know, like right, they'll be fully stocked by March 22nd and have all these plants in.
Also, Putnam County Farm Bureau sponsored us to help us with materials and costs. Our Putnam County Farm Bureau here at one time was largely just an insurance office, but now we've taken the tack and started to reach out to the community and help where we can in promotion of anything related to agriculture and natural resources. Sam McGahee is no longer with us. We have a new agent who will start next week full time, but we were able to get some support from Farm Bureau and look forward to that continuing support from them in the future.
And all my friends who came way early this morning to help me set up, found out we didn't need to be here this early, because they've been a lot of help to put all this stuff together and help me get it out here. So tell us a little bit about what this program's about. If you missed last month and you weren't in part 1, what we wanted to do was to address 3 what we're calling limitations that you may have that may interfere with your ability to get some of your favorite gardening done. They may be time limitations because you have other obligations that you need to meet. Space limitations because you have either moved into a smaller home or living in an apartment. Just because you live in an apartment doesn't mean you can't have a garden and do regular gardening. Or physical limitations, which is probably a few of us in the room today. Okay? I know it is with me. Well, what we wanted to do is we wanted to try to find some ways to help you work smarter by introducing you to some. Last month was Garden Helpers. Tools or automation, things that can decrease your maintenance or help you change the way you're doing something in order for it to make life a little bit easier for you. But what we mostly want to do is make you have happy time. If you're not fun gardening, then you don't want to do it. It's just like anything else. We only want to do it because it's a lot of fun. Now we want to tell you that you're going to see these slides all the time throughout all 4 of these, because it's really been right remarkable that through the course of this presentation, I have had the support of these companies. A lot of them are small companies, a lot of them are major corporations, but a simple request that went to these companies brought me just tons of stuff. To give you an example, I now have to fill out some really wonderful government form for the University of Georgia after we have one of these presentations that will give them a cost master cost recovery sheet or something. Anyway, I have to estimate on there. Last month, which y'all know was beginning small items, our cost recovery was about $1,900, I think it was, on the products that were donated. So, you know, retail costs on the products. So that is what's really made this neat, is that these people were willing to take a simple email request from me and with it send me a bunch of stuff. And my answer to them was, you know, when you're showing somebody something on a PowerPoint, which is all this would be without the stuff being here, it's still going to be hard for somebody to go home and decide that they want to spend, you know, $40, $50 on a pair of pruners that they've never seen before. And I'm going to tell you that a lot of the items that we're going to feature may not be available in Millersville or Eaton or places like that. That's part of this deal. I want to introduce you to some new companies, some new tools, and some new products that you might have to order. And not being able to see them firsthand might influence your ability to decide, hey, I'm going to spend that kind of money on this stuff. So we have had, I can't remember, I think I've got 48 vendors and that have helped throughout this presentation that will go all the way through to April. So why do you have a ticket? Well, I want you to keep a close eye when we're going and demonstrating these things, because the deal that I made with the companies was that everything that they donated would be given away randomly to an attendee. We have one item today that will not go out to one of you, and we'll explain it when it comes, and it's the big honking cart. The rest of the items, somebody's going to go home with them. Without a good way to decide how to do that, I would rather you pick the item that you think you want. Now, obviously, if you get down there to the end, you might get what's left, but maybe then you could go home with something that you want. So we'll pull tickets at the end, and everything that's here will go home with somebody. But the agreement that I made with them is I'd provide them photographs, provide them video, which the high school was taking care of, and in return, they shipped me products. So keep up with your tickets. All right, so here's the little legal deal here. Just wanted to let you know that if you use one of these things and the tree limb falls on your head after you cut it, it's not my fault. All right? It's not my fault if you just can't use the tool properly. If you need some instructions, we'll get that from Keith. And there's also really not any connection between me and this company. A couple of items they've given me, and I will say that. But otherwise, everything they ship, they just ship me for free. So just understand that. So what did we do last month? Last month we talked about garden helpers, which were things like tool belts and all kinds of gloves and stuff like that. How many of you have, I know I'm going to see this, have tried some of the items or purchased some of the items from last month? Yeah. And some, some may work for you, some may good. I know some of the guys brought their gloves with them today. Ray's back there, they